Hey, beautiful people. Welcome to Well with Mika, where we talk real wellness for your real life. I'm Mika, your cultural wellness ally, walking with you on this lifestyle design journey. Today, we're talking about something simple but powerful: gratitude. All right, don't roll your eyes. I know some people hear gratitude and they think woo woo, they think that's not for me. But let's break it down into something that I think you could rock with. All right, I know it gets tossed around a lot, especially around this time of year, but we're going to get down deep into it a little bit so that you can look at it in a light that I think that will resonate with you, that we could vibe with, okay? So we're gonna dive into how reflecting on what you're thankful for can really fuel whatever wellness goals you have. It's not just about saying thank you, because that's just the surface. We have to tap into something a little deeper, something that helps you feel good, helps you live well, and stay motivated. So grab your tea, grab your coffee, find a cozy blanket, and let's get into it. All right? Okay, so let's start by asking this question. When was the last time you paused to appreciate your health, your body, or the small wins in your wellness journey? I'll wait. Can you think of it? Okay. Sometimes what happens is we get caught up on just moving on from one thing to the next. It's the okay, what's next? It's the if then. It's you don't sit and really savor the moments, savor the wins. I'm not saying just sit there, celebrate, and then never move on. I'm saying give it its due. Say, you know what? I did this thing. Give yourself a pat on the back for it. If you lost another 5 pounds, you're eating better, you're working out, don't forget to appreciate what you've accomplished. Okay? Here's the thing: gratitude is a mindset that changes everything. When you're operating from a place of gratitude, your whole energy is different. So let's get into what some research says. Research shows that when we practice gratitude, it not only boosts your mood, but it also improves your physical health. That means it found that people who regularly reflect on gratitude, they have better sleep, lower levels of stress, and you're more likely to stick to those healthy habits like exercising or eating better, whatever it is that's on your list, okay? It's like giving your brain a little bit of, yeah, good job, encouragement to keep going, all right? So don't sleep on gratitude. Now, the big question is, how do we actually do gratitude? All right, so here are a few simple ideas to make gratitude part of your daily routine. Number one is the tried and true, trusted gratitude journaling, where we sit down and we write down a few things, usually three things that we're grateful for, thankful for at the end of the day. And you can keep it simple, like something like, oh, I drank enough water today, or I had a great conversation with my best friend, something like that. But to me, it doesn't always have to be just three things. You could write five things. I think the main point and the main goal is that at the end of a day, you reflect on the good things that happened, okay? Because it's easy to think about the negative things. It's easy for us to sometimes sit in those negative emotions, but you want to kind of get yourself out of that mindset and practice and get that gratitude muscle. So I want you to not just don't limit yourself to three, and it don't even have to be at the end of the day. It could be in the middle of the afternoon, but it's just taking that time to really sit and find things to be grateful for. Next is taking a gratitude walk. Now, it sounds all a gratitude walk. What is a gratitude walk? A gratitude walk just means taking your behind outside, and as you walk, don't put on a podcast, even though you can listen to mine whenever. Don't put on music. Just really walk and just think about what it is you're grateful for. Now, okay, I did say don't put on music, but I would take that back, because sometimes for me, listening to music and walking, it puts me, how they talk about the runner's high? I get a walking music high, okay? Like, you can't tell me nothing when I'm listening to my soca and I'm walking. I love everybody. Nobody could do wrong in that moment. So, and I'm thinking of everything that I'm grateful for. I feel like I'm on cloud nine. So if that works for you, do you, boo. But other than that, if that's not your spirit, that's not your vibe, then just walk, give yourself the space to really think and reflect on the things that you're grateful for. Okay. So, and it's also, I mean, you're getting fresh air, you're grounding yourself. Like, just go out and take a nice walk and focus on gratitude. And lastly, you can have what we'll call like gratitude with family. This just means you're gonna sit, let's say it's dinner time and everybody's sitting at the table or at least around each other, and then you just share what you're grateful for. It don't have to be corny and cheesy, like, oh, go around like, what are you grateful for? You could just say, look, what's one good thing that happened for you today, or what's one good thing for today? It could be anything. It could be small, it could be big. Okay, I'm grateful that we're sitting here right now together at this moment. Boom, done. I'm grateful that this food tastes good. Boom, done. I'm grateful that we're inside, it's warm because it was freezing outside, and I'm just happy that I'm in this warm spot right now with you people. Okay, I mean, it could be small, it could be big, whatever it is, but just take that moment to share in gratitude with your family, with your loved ones, with your friends, whoever you sitting down eating with. Don't be ashamed to have grateful moments. I remember back in the day, I would feel those emotions because I'm a very feeling person. And I would hold those things back. And then sometimes I would share it and I wouldn't get it reciprocated, or I would be made to feel like I'm some type of weirdo. I don't even care now. Like, I could care less. I don't give a shit. If I feel grateful, if I feel happy, I'm going to express it because I feel like that's my true self. And for me to hold that back, that's not taking care of myself. So I'm going to give it and not expect anything back. You don't have to love it, but I'm going to give it to you anyway because it's the truth and it's not negative. So, I'm going to share that moment. So, I just want you to be open to having those experiences with your friends and your family. All right. So now let's talk about how gratitude can keep us moving towards our goals. So here's what happens when you shift from frustration to thankfulness. Instead of saying something like, ugh, I only worked out once this week, try, I'm grateful I found time for one workout and I'm going to build on that. Okay? Because that shift right there and how you thought about that will make such a huge difference. So, and also, when you're tempted to compare yourself to the progress of somebody else, stop yourself and focus on your wins. Okay, like how much stronger are you? How much more energized do you feel? Use gratitude to reframe those setbacks and use them for stepping stones, as stepping stones to the next thing that you're about to accomplish. Okay, do not get stuck in negative self-talk and negative thoughts and attitudes. Man, fix those. We knocking those out. Okay, we're not waiting for New Year's to make those resolutions. We're building the practice from right now. Okay, so that come next year, man, we're gonna be in that space. We're gonna be vibing with ourselves. We're gonna be giving off good energy. All right, and we're gonna be setting up these wellness goals and conquering them. Okay. All right, and then we're not backsliding on them either. We're gonna keep it moving. When we have a setback, we're gonna look at it. We're gonna reframe it. All right, I messed up here, but guess what? I'm about to fix it. Okay, that's how we're doing things from now on. All right, so now it's time for a challenge. I want you for the next 7 days to practice gratitude in a very intentional way every day. Just one. It doesn't have to be a lot. Here, just a few ideas to choose from. You could write down one thing you're grateful for, maybe after your morning coffee, after breakfast, after lunch. Just write down one thing you're grateful for. Maybe you could thank someone, send a quick text or a note, email, shoot somebody just to say, hey, I'm thankful for you. Actually, with this type of gratitude practice, it is one of the most impactful practices because when you give gratitude and send out that thank you note, text, whatever, to whoever it is the recipient is going to be, that actually does something positive for their wellness and their well-being. So that's win-win. That's double wins right there. So please, that to me, that's one of the best things you can do is to thank somebody for something that they did, or whatever part they serve in your life, whatever role they play in your life. Send out that thank you note, send out that text. Okay, and then also reflect on your wellness wins, no matter how small. Reflect on them, be happy about them, and look at yourself and look at the positive things about yourself. Find the beauty in yourself. Thank God for your nose. Thank God for your full lips. Thank God for your curves. Thank God for the extras that you have, okay? Not to say if you want to change them that's going to stop you, but you have to be happy and loving on yourself as you change yourself. It's not always easy, but that's the practice you need to have. And because we're all about community here, I want you to share your gratitude moments with me on social media, okay? Using the hashtag #WellWithMikaGratitude. I want us to inspire each other to keep this energy going. So here's the bottom line. Gratitude isn't just something you do. It's a mindset that transforms how you show up for yourself, okay? And how you show up for others. It's going to help you stay grounded, focused, motivated as you go along this wellness journey. So let's make this joint a habit, not just now during the holidays, but all year. Practice it so that it becomes ingrained in you, so that this is just who you are. Okay, so thank you for tuning in today and for being part of this community. Stay well, stay inspired, and as always, happy healthing. See you on the next one.